Hello, and welcome back to Len'en 4. In the last episode, we did the, what was it called, the Pagoda route and Shrine team, and in this episode we're going to do the Pays route, or Castle route, whatever the hell it's called, and Shrine team. And after we beat the last episode, we had so much alcohol that I went from level 711 to level 862! Although I don't know if level is really a good indicator of like how overpowered you are, because it seems like no matter what upgrade you get, level seems to go up like linearly. So like you can get like a minor HP upgrade or like a super duper damage upgrade and you'd go up the same anyway. Also, funny thing, when I was trying to beat the extra stage, I thought that arcade and challenge mode were things you'd unlock after the extra stage. Turns out they don't exist. Yeah, they're unfinished features that were just never removed from the screen. So they're just never going to be available, ever. So, yeah. It's a play Shion, I guess, because Superkura has no range. And, you know, these stages kind of suck, so I like to have range. And Yabasabe's bomb is just better. And I started playing on hard mode because I'm a ridiculously high level to where normal is a joke. And once I've gotten this high level, I probably should be playing on Unreal mode, but I don't want to, because then the stages might actually be somewhat difficult, and I'd rather not deal with somewhat difficult stages for this game ever again, because I don't like this game's stages, in the slightest. That's the thing I was thinking about before I started recording this, but when I start uploading this again, I'm going to, because they're the same series as the Len'en 4 series, like the first 15 parts, well, what I'm first going to do is I'm probably just, despite the fact that they're not titled the same, I'm going to put those 5 videos I did in this game recently with no commentary, like the dancing one, the 3 neutral route runs, and the extra stage one. I'm just going to put them in the Len'en 4 playlist, even though they're different because they don't have commentary. But after that, once I start uploading these, I'm probably going to have to use the same exact titling scheme that I used for the first 15 episodes, which kind of sucks because that title theme, the way I titled those episodes were kind of stupid. I did them because, like, when I started making gameplay videos, I titled them like as like Toho Replay, and then then I've continued like different stuff from there, and I'll continue this conversation when I'm done talking this thing. Somehow it's really busy today, both at home and in the world at large. Even we're busy. Three's a crowd after all. Yeah, we're a crowd. That aside, Kagamiwari, huh? The question is whether it's referring to sake or mochi. It's gonna rain sake from the heavens. Raining mochi would be really interesting too. Pretty sure there'd be fatalities for that. So I might be able to eat tons of souls again. Yeah, we might. You're not gonna eat any, right? You, it's conversing strangely. I was thinking you looked unfamiliar. And I was right, you're not familiar at all. Yeah, they stink. Yeah, it smells horrible. So rude to someone you just met. I mean, fucking look at you, dude. Pretty weird thing you're carrying there. There's supposed to be a mirror. This beautiful mirror is Shuyukyo. It's a sight to behold. These kids weird. They don't seem to be self-aware. Well, that's why they stink. Have they been bewitched by the mirror? That's wrong. I am the mirror. Ah, so the mirror is their main body then. So we're basically talking to the mirror right now. That's right. Maybe we just break this thing open. We can be done with things this time around. This was such a turn that I've lost track of the conversation. Let's try it. That mirror doesn't seem tasty at all. Am I in danger? Perhaps. Humans sure are scary. Humans, huh? Let's teach them a lesson. Alright. Yeah, I know I was talking about something else, but I just want to talk about for a second. Yeah, this fucking thing. So, the lore of this thing is that, the little kid that's right there, apparently they're like a mind-controlled slave that will, die when they run out of energy, and then the mirror will find someone else to be a slave to. It's, pretty fucked up, Jim. And, like, nobody does anything about that. Like, that kid is going to die. And nobody you play as seems to care. In fact, Fumikado was going to break the fucking mirror in their thing. They're gonna break it the mirror to see if the legend that was obviously false was true, because, you know, Fumikado's an idiot. And, Iyozane stopped them, and, they probably shouldn't have. They should probably break this stupid mirror. Because, it's kind of a threat to... I don't want to look at it. It's ugly. And it's horrifying. Please break it. The eye blast. Definitely need a mallet for Kagami Hirakai. I don't have one. I do. Well, I'm not sure if Mjolnir counts as a mallet per se. Hey, where did you even get that from? My pocket. Can't do Kagami Wari with that. Can't do Kagami Wari with that. Too bad. Oh god. I'm saved. Not sure why. But still. Really wish you weren't. Well then, can I eat you now? No. Anyway, yeah, that thing killed with fire. But yeah, the way I titled, because like I went from titling the Toho replays, and then I started like, I started having like replays that weren't replays because I couldn't actually beat the game, but I could still record the game while I played it, and I called them like no commentary gameplays or something. And I did that for the videos that I couldn't beat, and then eventually I started playing Toho 9 and Toho 19, and I called them like Toho non-commentary gameplays or something. And then eventually when I got to this game, I was like, okay, well I called my previous videos no commentary gameplay, so I'll call this one commentary gameplay. So I did that. So like every episode of the first like 15 of this series is called like Len'en commentary playthrough, Brilliant Pagoda or Haze Castle, part whatever. And the problem with that is A, it's a stupid titling scheme that I don't like, which is why I don't do it anymore. And B, it leaves me like, what, like 20 characters to come up with an actual title, which isn't a lot of room. But yeah, for the sake of consistency, because this is the same series as the first 15 episodes, even if it's almost been half a year since I've done it, yeah, I have to use the same titling theme. How about that? Anyway, we are on stage 2 of the castle route, which means we are going to meet a penguin. But the penguin will not say "Ha, penguin," because we are not playing as preschool team. But when we do, they will say the "Ha ha, penguin" line again. And I said he. Probably done that multiple times. Yeah, here's the thing about Len'en. You have the whole thing where like the gender of the characters, most of the characters are like ambiguous because they're supposed to be like birds or something, where you can't tell what their gender is by looking at them. And the thing about that is, when it comes to those types of animals, like it's normally when you can't tell what those types of animals are, like normally the default is just to say he anyway. That's just kind of a thing of the human language where the order is he, she, so normally when you can't tell with an animal, you just use he. And when it comes to Len'en, I don't know if that's the reason why, or if it's just like, I don't know, my brain tries to subconsciously make them different from Toho characters. But yeah, when it comes to Len'en characters, I'll be honest, for the vast majority of them, they just look like dudes. Especially from like the first game. Like the Shidadus, they just look like 3 brothers. And I'm pretty sure I've had to stop myself from just calling them 3 brothers before. The small fry are way noisier than usual for some reason. It looks like they're playing with each other. Looks like the 2 factions are clashing, those from the capital and those not from it. Those not from it? You know, like Fumikado? Oh, them, they really don't have much integrity. But they came to the shrine just a while ago, too. They might not be all that aware of the current situation either. Huh? Who are you? What are you doing here? Oh. You don't look like rebels, but not regular civilians either. A penguin! What? That's a penguin? That's right. I'm a penguin deployed from my kingdom far to the south. You sure don't look like a penguin. same voice. I think it was the same voice. These clothes you're wearing look really hot. You coming on to me? I can't help it. This is already my summer battle uniform. Scuba, I want to have a pet penguin. You're just gonna make me take care of it at the end. You see me as a pet? Well, we already have a pet at home, so the word pet is supposed to refer to something much more lovable, you know. That's our Scuba. You've got a keen eye. You seem to be getting off topic, but today's skies are perilous. Humans should behave and walk on the ground. Doesn't look like this penguin understands the situation they're in at all. What? I'm gonna teach you who's really perilous. Let's catch him for starters. You wanna fight? Why? What kind of treat do you like the most? Fish! Yeah, speaking of birds, this is a penguin. Yeah, I don't know. Most Len'en characters, just my brain looks at them and it's like, yeah, they look like a dude to me. There's like some exceptions to that, like, Saragamaru. But that's probably just because they remind me of Yomu. And I've always had, like, it made sense in my mind that Saragamaru was like the younger sister and Yorochi was the older brother. And then there's Shion, I guess, just because they're like really small, like something. They look like a. It's probably just because they look like little Yuyuko. And when they did that for Lost Word, they did that with a lot of characters. And then now apparently they're doing it in the reverse now, because now apparently they made a big eternity. What the fuck's going on in the game anyway? And then, I don't know, I guess Fumikado. I don't even know why my brain decided she was a girl, but I don't know. They give. Are there a lot of people like you in the far south? Let's invite ourselves over there sometime. Boy, do you still want them as a pet? Nope, we got bored. I'm not a pet, though. I guess Tenkai, too? And that's just because they look like Kozuzu. They look like Kozuzu. Will I do the stupid Kozuzu voice when Tenkai shows up? Who knows? Because then I'll have to do that voice for a while, because Tenkai's a playable character. No, I think it's... And the funny thing about me thinking they just look like dudes is that, like, I've seen people, just because they're used to Toho, just use female pronouns, just because that's what, like, they're used to. Like, if you see, like, the uploads of, like, the music from, like... the uploads of the music from the first game. Well, that's very unspecific. Basically, there's, like, a really big playlist of, like, all Len'en music. That's what I use to listen to Len'en music, and those use, like, specific uploads of those. And there's, like, a different uploader for, like, the first two games compared to, like, the third and fourth games. And just a particular uploader for, like, the first two games. For the first game, at least, they basically use all female pronouns for the characters, because they assumed that's what it was, because it's, you know, a Toho adjacent series. And that's just a thing with Toho. And Toho fan games as a result. So it's all female characters. That's another question I had, because, you know what, you have Zun Art, and Zun Art's not exactly, you know, it's a thing. You can say what you want about it, but one thing I think is, like, funny about it is, like, because, because it's Toho, that every single character that shows up is going to be a girl, but I just wonder, if that wasn't a given, and you had to just look at the art of the character to tell, like, which characters would you not be able to tell? It's like, Wriggle's the obvious one, because that was a joke for a while. And I'd say Sukuna is a pretty good, you wouldn't be able to tell either. Anyway, this is also a stage theme that exists, and I don't listen to it ever. And I didn't go on this route during the dancing video, so I didn't listen to that either. Man, remember when this is like, when this was a final stage theme? Because I remember that. It's when I did a route where this was the final stage. It's one where I fought Subakura for like the 4th time. It's great. It's the first time I bothered editing together a video was when I edited that video together of me basically going fucking insane because I had to play this game for over 2 hours and had made literally no progress because I just kept fighting Subakura and Tenkai over and over again. It's great. I think that might be one of the, like, apparently this game is being, like, remade or something. I haven't really looked into it. I've just been told it's called, like, Golden Chapter or something. I don't know what that means, but apparently this game is being remade in some way. And I think the biggest change that this game needs is A, make the stages less long, because my god, stage 4 and 5 go on way too long. But other than that, maybe make it more clear which stages have the final boss in it. Because the reason why I went to the specific order that I did was because freaking Klaus is on the second, like, most square to the top left. And so I was assuming the bosses would be closer, like, away from the middle, but no, they're right next to the middle. And only Klaus is near the edge, for some reason, and it's really confusing, so I'd like for them to just mark where the fucking final bosses are, so I don't spend an eternity fighting Subakura and Tenkai over and over again. And Yamasale, I fought them twice, didn't I? What in the world is that? Is that a gigantic bridge? I know I complain about this, but if I didn't have to play normal mode a bajillion times, I would have been way under-leveled for the extra stage, and I had to do it even more than I had to. Still seems to be under construction. The sea is gonna get all covered up at this rate. So they intend to remove the strait. That's a bold bearing strait. Ah, you three there. Eh? What are you doing here? It's dangerous. Go on home already. Another danger addict. Who are you? I'm Kenomitsu Uya, the yokai servitor of Devanagara. Devanagara? What's that? You're not familiar with the capital? Might you be outsiders? More importantly, that crown of yours sure looks like it's got an interesting story. Why would you think that, little one? It smells absolutely horrible. And here I hope the blood wouldn't stick to it. Well, you stole it from someone. I didn't steal it, I robbed it away. That's even worse. No, wait, scratch that. It was bestowed upon me. By a corpse. Did you give us... Oh, do you give us more of your terrible excuses? It's not an excuse. The reigning emperor really did give it to me. Well, our shrine specializes in incidents and alcohol, so we won't charge you with any crime. Don't worry. Shrine? Are you guys from the Senri Shrine? Exactly. Behold, the head priests. Oh, you're the priests, are you? Well, that's good. I'm picking up a weird change in their tone of voice. Looks like we struck a nerve. I've wanted to schedule my score with Senri Shrine's priests for a while now. Well, someone's riled up. Oh yeah, I am so ready for this too. Well, since you're so ready, just do whatever you want. We're always accepting challengers then. Don't make light of me. We get this sort of stuff every day is the thing. In fact, a weird gambling person is going to do this in like a couple hours from now. How bold, as expected from the Pillars of Mugenri, though I never heard about there being 3 of you. But I'm not a head priest, though. However, you accompany the head priest of Senri, so you're my enemy, too. We're enemies, then come at us already. Very well then, taste the taste of my blade, Ban Kurawasi! Like 3 Japanese military rebellions. Anyway, this is a boss thing that also exists, I never listened to it. Quite a lot of those from the 4th game, if being honest. Yeah, I don't like this boss very much. Never have. I think the attacks are annoying. All the like slashes and stuff. No. Now I'm playing on hard mode. Speaking of hard mode, or speaking of me playing on hard mode, I don't have as many lives as I did last time. Didn't I have like 4 lives at this point? I don't think I'm playing that much worse. Or then again, I never actually figured out how the hell the extra life system in this game even works. So yeah, I'm getting my ass kicked. What the fuck is going on, Morty? That's fine though, I still get the ending if I don't get it once you see, right? That's a thing, right? I've played this game forever, that's how it works, right? Well, I can tell you, if we lose here, just fucking bomb this shit. Fucking die. Dickhead. Stupid boss fight. I hate this boss fight. Yeah, if I... There's the extend. Yeah, if I lose, because apparently you can't get the ending without a 1cc, which I'm pretty sure isn't the case, yeah, I'm just gonna bolster the game again on normal. Arsis, one step too short, it seems. One step longer than 100,000 light years, that is. Oh, hey, I can see something ahead. Looks like there are buildings on top of the bridge. We might find something interesting if we go there. Then let's go. You're going to the capital? Well, not the enemy faction, so it's fine. So it leads to the capital? Alright, let's shut down the person in charge, then get back to our sake hunt. It's hard to hunt for any with the sky being this crowded after all. Sake? Yeah, Shion at least has some way to attack nearby enemies. I mean, it isn't great, it's like the same way that Huaka does it, where they just have like a bunch of weird like bullets flying around and then they hit the enemy most of the time. But it's better than nothing, so what Subakura has. Subakura... I think it's funny that Subakura is like the main character of this series. If you compare them to Reimu, who has like this like very balanced shot type, and Subakura is just an extreme. Like they have no range, but they kill bosses in a millisecond. So I guess makes sort of sense when you think about the fact that like Reimu's the first character you pick, and Marissa's like the second one. And then, like, Subakura's on the icon, where Marissa's on the icon in Toho, so it's like, Subakura's sort of the Marissa, even though they're the real main character, and Yabasabe is just here. I really don't understand why Yabasabe, despite, they seem to be the main character, they're really not, but they seem to be, because, you know, they're the character you play as first in the first game. And then, you know, they're half the series title. But they're kind of just irrelevant. Because, yeah, they're there. They're always there. They do solve incidents and stuff, but they really never add much of anything to anything. They just kind of show up, say really confusing and dumb statements, and then leave. Which is why they sound like Bit Cat, because this is my goofy character voice. Yes, remember when I played as the dancers, and this was basically the goofy character voice, because the dancers are goofy characters. Although the dancers, they may be goofy and stupid characters with a dumb boss fight, but I would take them every single fucking time over the person they work for. God, I hate Okina. No, I think I complain about Lunarians a lot in my videos whenever they show up because they're dumb, stupid characters, badly written. But yeah, I think Okina, I might hate her more, and I think that's funny. It's my favorite Toho character is on, so it means my favorite Toho character was technically created by my least favorite one, and that's ironic. Anyway, this stage theme exists. It's kinda catchy, I guess. It's also stage 4, so it's going to go on way longer than it should. I haven't really thought about this that much, but like, I say how much I dislike this game's stages. Is that like a common opinion? Like, most people who play this game like the game stages. I don't know. Oh, fuck this. God, I hate this cell. I always have. Get a laser shot at you, and then it's like, oh, here's a wall of bullets. Ooh. Yeah, I mentioned this before, but like, I'm thinking of Regular's Awesome Holiday video about Toho 18.5. never actually played that game, and I haven't seen gameplay of it in a really long time, but I think its stages are, like, somewhat similar to this game, I think. Because I think it has, like... It doesn't have, like, a normal stage, it has, like... It has cells like this game does, but... Don't remember how far it goes with that, because I don't remember... Because I think it's, like, you go through a couple cells, and then you get to the boss at the end, and I think the cell is random, but I don't remember, like, what determines difficulty and other stuff, and then, like, I don't think there is any, like, gimmicks like this game has. I don't know. Well, 18.5 is a weird game that was, you know, probably rushed. You really do have to wonder if maybe Zun didn't make 18.5 and spent more time on 19, maybe it would've come out a bit better. Like I've said, I like that game, but apparently a lot of people don't. So yeah. This is amazing! Look, there's a whole town on top of the bridge. It's Bridgetown. County Bridge. The buildings are mostly inns or shops, as far as I can tell. This is a post town. It's post town. It is no longer a town. It's become post town. Why are they building? Why are they building it on top of the bridge? Anyone who can't fly has to use this bridge if they want to cross the strait. I bet the higher-ups would have profit off of it. The Roji would come rustling right here if they heard about that. Oh really? If it's them we're talking about, maybe they've already opened up their own store. Fuck, what do I do for this voice? Halt at once, intruders! Oh, we just have to halt? I am basically Bluefoot, so we will be doing the same voice that I did for Futo. This is the voice I did for Futo, I think. I don't know. That's what I'm going with. Tis a good thing that you're so honest. Right, so who are you? My name is Kaori Kashibagi. Be honored. Normally I wouldn't even consider giving my name to rebels like you. This was not the Futo voice, we're just gonna fucking go with it. Rebels? Hush! I've heard tale. Have you not shut down Kunitsu? Oh, that person from before? Yeah, the one with the shiny gold crown. I shall show no mercy to rebels. You deserve praise for coming this far, but here you shall meet your ends. Get a rest, we're not rebels. Probably. But, ridiculous nose. Then just who are you? You're just rogues. I heard from the Kinamitsu that you are rebels. Gonna take a wild guess to say they were lying to you. Versus, so even they make light of me, the Gofu. Gofu? What's that? Oh, yes, a fine question. You rogue. You see, the Gofu are basically the bodyguards who defend the Imperial Palace and stuff. I do. Don't say it before I do. The Gofu are also in charge of patrolling the city as a whole. Not you two. Cease explaining these things before I get the chance to. You're like a police officer then. And you, cease being satisfied with that explanation. Now there's no point in me saying it. So what are you gonna do with us, not rebels? Even if you are not rebels, the fact remains that you are a pack of uninvited guests. So what you gonna do about it? I shall capture the lot of you, and your fate shall be left in the hands of their majesty. Guess we better resist as best as we can then. Yep. Time for a snack between meals. Behold, the beautiful Danmaku of we city dwellers, you barbarians from the sanctuary. I mean, you say beautiful Danmaku, but don't you just like shoot lasers? Or you just shoot like arrows most of the time? Anyway, yeah, his character likes poison. You see, before I fought this character, the only experience I had with characters that had poison was medicine in Touhou 9. Then I played this game called Little Doll Queen, and I played it a fucking lot. In fact, I have over 10 hours of playtime in that game, and let me just tell you, I'm very much used to poison by this point. Of course I say that, but I don't really know what's going on. Boy, what are we doing here? So, if I turn green, that means I'm being poisoned, right? So I just need to press the bomb button whenever I start turning green. That's what I do, right? Actually, can you even be poisoned when your shield is up? I don't know. Anyway, this character has a boss fight theme, and I can't remember the last time I listened to it for more than 5 seconds, so yep. I listen to it now, it exists. Nice. I'm green now. I don't want to be green anymore. I want to be blue. Dabba-dee dabba-die. Except none of my characters are blue. You're blue though. Why is it that you get to be blue, but I have to be green? Oh boy, I'm green again. Ridiculous, even though you're just here intruders. Oh, these intruders have some questions for you. Where's the person responsible for the capital's army? You mean, Their Majesty? You fiends? That's what you plan to do. You're gonna get those bigwigs to stop playing these war games. Huh, if you put it that way, you kind of sound like heroes. Their Majesty, you mean the capital's emperor? Curses, well, fine. There's no way you can stand up to them, let alone Their Majesty. Well, is there someone else up ahead too? In that case, anything to go by then, they're all just small fry anyway. Egg! My name is Mononoe no Futo. I'm a war criminal. Not even joking, that's part of my lord. Anyway, there's this place. It's a weirdly futuristic place because Genri is like in the past but also in the future at the same time. That's another thing. Most of like Len'en lore when it comes to like, I don't know, like areas, geography, like just the history of Mugenri to begin with, I don't really know. Because, like, my history with the lore of this series is basically I played the games and then read all the dialogue and shit on the wiki, and then went to the character bios and read the characters. So if there's lore that's, like, not in the character bio, and even again, that was forever ago, so I probably forgot most of it, but any lore in this series that's not in, like, the character bios or the games themselves, I just don't know. Like, apparently this series has, like, its own, like Hifu thing? I guess it has, like, musical albums, at least one of them. It has, like, lore and characters. Like, I've seen fan art of characters that I don't know who they are, because they're apparently from whatever this thing is. I don't know, I just haven't been ever compelled to look into that, because I'll be honest, when it comes to actual Hifu from Toho, I don't really care for it that much. Like, I think I've said this before, but I find Hifu, like, when I read it, I thought it was really boring. Like, the thing about Hifu is, like, there's some cool things that happen in it sometimes, but I'd much rather just hear a summary of what happened, because that'd be better than actually reading it, because a lot of reading it is just, wow, I'm really bored, can something happen? Renko's talking about fucking future and shit, and I just don't care. I don't care at all. Which is so, like, I'm not really all that interested in reading the Len'en equivalent to Hifu. Which, if I had to guess, is probably more relevant to the actual story of Len'en than Hifu is to Toho, because Hifu takes place in an unspecified amount of time in the future. Whereas I assume the Len'en Hifu equivalent takes place, like, at the same time, just because, from what I can tell, from what I've read about Len'en's, like, outside world, it seems to be futuristic already. Again, that's just from, like, character lore I read and shit, because, like, isn't... The guy's name, I don't remember the guy's name. He's the one that looks like Solid Snake, he's the one that's the stage 1 boss, he's like, he was, like, basically... He's, like, created by Subakura, I think. So, he's like a... They can, like, just create people and shit. So I assume it's fairly advanced. Yeah, there's a bunch of backstory about the outside world of the series that I don't remember, and then even if I could remember it, it was kind of like vague details from the backstory of characters. Like, apparently Kuroji was like a war general or something? I don't fucking know. Subakura is like the smartest person in the world, and now he's lazing around doing whatever the fuck. Doing this, they can be curing cancer right now. Instead, they're helping a small child shoot this bone creature. I don't know. I mean, I certainly learned about the series lore a hell of a lot quicker than I did for Toho. For Toho, I was like, first got into Toho in 2015, and I think I didn't start reading any of the written material until like 2020. And then there was just a lot of basic lore about the series I didn't know or care to look into for a long time. So a lot of times it was just like, yep, the girls and they shoot each other with the bullets, and then they solve the incident, yes, and it's very good music, yes. And a bunch of the shit you learn about how Sokyo works isn't even explained until Forbidden Scrollery anyway. I mean, I hear it say that, like, for the most part, Forbidden works aren't really required if you want to be a fan of Toho. I'd argue, at least knowing some of what's explained in Forbidden Scrollery kind of is. Anyway, this stage theme is pretty good, if I'm being honest, but I don't listen to it very often. Anyway, we're gonna fight Sonra for the second time ever. I've only fought them once before. Same with Midori. Desire of, yep, I don't know what those words are. I couldn't pronounce those words correctly if you made me. When I played Gensokyo Odyssey, you know, so much of that game became me having to do. I can't do the voice anymore, can I? I was about to try to go into the Kakoi voice. It's just like because of how much of that series would be having to do that Kakoi voice. Can I do that voice anymore? Might be gone. Hey, don't you know who we need to go and scam people out? It's kind of just turned into the whatever the fuck I was doing for Blue Pluto earlier. I think the voice is gone. I can't do the voice right now. I don't know, sometimes stupid voices, they just come and go. I don't know. There's so many tall buildings here. Kinda surprising that there's a city with such an advanced civilization in this world, too. Probably has a bunch of lore, deep and interesting lore that I don't know. This is so cool, it's a big jumbled mess. It feels modern and familiar, too. That said, though, it still seems to be advancing in a pretty different direction from the outside world. This place is red, the outside world is blue. Good grief, I went through all the trouble coming back from the front lines. But I didn't expect there to only be 3 intruders. Whoa, their clothes are so cool! Are they? They're just kind of stiff to me. This person smells really beautiful. Can beautiful even be a smell? I mean, Subakura, have you ever seen, like, what they use to describe candles? It's most, like, random-ass words. Like, yes, this is the smell of blue. This is the smell of house. Like, what the fuck does this even mean? They use that to describe candles. I did hear that a battle had been pushed back to local territory. Seems it was the work of Iyozane. What does that mean? They're talking about the small fry following us around. Yes, the inhuman ones piggybacking on you 3 are flooding the capital right now. Wow, sounds like a disaster. There's one thing weird about this game is it's like, because it's not really for this team in particular, but for like New Emperor team, whenever you take down a route, it seems to imply that they go and fight the other route too, but you never see that, because whether you go on the left route or the right route is an alternate timeline. So you just never see what happens when you take down both. Because the game just kind of stops caring about that, because then it becomes about Susumi. Whoa, sounds like a disaster. You realize they're saying it's our fault, right? Seems like at least one of you has some brains. Oh, maybe it's more like one doesn't lack them. So, like, who are you? Right, well, there may not be much value in introducing myself anyway. Hell, you'd be tastier if I knew your name. Tastier? Don't think about that part, it's for your own good. Well, kinda inconvenient, but it's only proper etiquette to at least introduce myself. The world's full of inconvenient stuff already, go on. I'm a Fujiwara no Shirogane no Sonra, or just Shirogane no Sonra nowadays. I'm the Imperial Military's Field Marshal. Fujiwara no Shirogane no Sanra. Wait, the name you got? It's got no twice, too. You say you abbreviate your surname? Shirogane is my courtesy name, bestowed by their majesty themselves. It's more important to me than my family name. Huh, how about that? That aside, I did hear that those Gofu mannequins were no match for intruders, but... What's your impression of Shion and friends in person? These are the ones who push the front lines back. Gofu folks are as pitiful as ever. Your army kind of is too. In the first place, the Gofu pay too much attention to pointless rules. No wonder the organization's struggling. Are the Gofu really strict? They're all, oh, keep tie tightened to your neck, and put your socks on, so forth. Isn't that all stuff they've said to you personally? Leaving things like up to that of the personal preference ought to be fine as long as it doesn't break military regulations. Right, they're not meant to be restraints or anything, so clothes should be nice and easy to wear in my book. They should be comfy and easy to wear, like my shorts. Am I wearing shorts? I don't know what Sugakura's wearing. Weird, like, pants, tarp thing, I don't know. See, that one gets it. You guys are getting along well. I can't what are these? Yamasabi and stuff, like they're shorts, I think. Now then, just what are you three invading our capital city? Yeah, like, what is this? It's not a skirt, is it? They've got, like, I think there's an indentation between the legs. I can't tell what this is. We've got business with that emperor. What's their name? Oh, got something to report to their majesty? You see, we'd like to ask them to stop play fighting more. I see, I understand now. I don't really mind it, though. It gives me tons of tasty souls to eat, after all. If that's the case, though, I wish you'd have gone and asked the opposing faction across the street. We did in an alternate timeline, but that timeline is gone. So what you're saying is that your army isn't responsible for why the battle broke out, is that right? Well, broadly speaking, we're not completely free of blame either. So what should we do, exactly? It's simple, right? It's if either side loses, the war's over. So you intend to strike down their majesty, then? I wonder how tasty an emperor is. Their majesty's life is the most valuable thing in the city. I can't let folks like you steal that treasure away from us, even though you're not going to kill them because nobody dies in this game. The emperor was the treasure from the rumor all along. It's too many fucking voices. That's probably not what they mean. The time for questions over. I have to get rid of you. Did we hit a nerve? The priest of Senri, you really ought to just behave yourself on the other side of the street. Whoa, they found out we were the priests. Even though the Gofu leaders from before didn't have a clue. You see, the mannequins have a pitiful information network. Looks like the city's got its own problem too. Things such as Senri are out of date in this era. You're just relics of the past. Our future will be created by their majesty, by our Imperial Emperor. Oh, yeah, right, this. This fight is, kind of... Yep! It's a neat fight, but I sure am glad this isn't the final boss. Because, gimmicky as this is, this would be quite something as a final boss. Yeah, that's the thing with a lot of games. I'm mostly talking about Toho here, where the stage 5 boss is a gimmicky mess, and then the final boss is, normal. Except for Toho 14, where, Seija is more of a gimmicky mess than normal, but Sukuna is stupid. What are you doing? Can you stop moving around the screen here? Hey, kid, what are you, doing? Got the voice. Got the koi voice. Couldn't catch me, eh? 15 years in the fucking joint, What the fuck was I supposed to do? 15 years in the joint? That didn't kill anybody. Supposed to take the blame for that shit. Patriarch was like, yeah. Old Joey's the boss's son. We can't have him go to jail. You take the blame for it. I just had to take the blame for it. I've been here 15 fucking years. You know what I could have done those 15 years? I could have become like a book writer. Hollywood actor or some shit. Then 15 years of shit I'd be fucking fool. Bullshit. What am I talking about? I couldn't win. What a disgrace. What the fuck were you talking about, though? Like, hello? You weren't even paying attention. You're more sportsmanlike than I'd expect. Well, even their Majesty needs playmates after all. What's that supposed to mean? Their Majesty loves badly strong people above all else. Well, that candy. I love sweet stuff too. Your idea of sweet is pretty different from sweet like candy, you know. Huh? Pouring chocolate on rice is really tasty, isn't it? You know, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to, like, be a joke and it's supposed to sound disgusting, but honestly, you know, maybe. Good thing to try, at least. Well, that's gotta be gross. Sort of like champorado, right? Although, I have ink on my rice, so I don't have much to add there. Alright, that's a thing with Supakura, is that they, like, add ink on shit for some reason. Cool character quirk. Geniuses and eccentrics are just one and the same, huh? This is a thing with Supakura, they got the ink. They really like ink or something. They use it in their attacks a lot. This is also a stage theme. It's a pretty cool stage theme, but I never listen to it because it's kind of short. Well, I wouldn't say it's not that short, I guess. But it's kind of repetitive, I guess. It goes do for quite a while before it moves on to the next part. Anyway, there's this fucking mirror that should die. You know, I was complaining about how little lives I had earlier, but now I have 6 of them. So, yeah. Man, I really wish you weren't pushing me down right now. Yeah, some of the combinations that can appear during mid-bosses, it's just kind of unfortunate sometimes, because they really don't work together very well. Anyway, it doesn't really matter that I'm not dying too much, because honestly, like, it didn't even matter during, like, I failed to beat the game during the first 2 attempts, when I first played, when the series first started. Well, actually, no, just the first one. The first episode is the only time I failed to beat an attempt. But after that, it was just, you don't actually have to 1cc, so I never actually failed. Which is good, it means I technically made some progress, even though I really didn't. I made progress in the fact that I got alcohol level up. Which was good, because I ended up needing that for the... in fact, a lot more than I ended up getting, so, you know... I guess if I would have finished the main story earlier, then the 15th episode probably just wouldn't have happened, because I wouldn't have gotten that far. Ooh, finally made it through the clouds, huh? We're so high up! What's this tower? A 5-story pagoda? There's way too many floors for it to be a 5-story type. It's like an elevator, honestly. Well, that was fucking cool. The thing broke. The thing sure broke. Huh? Don't you think this was the mirror from the rumor? Huh? Where's the sake? Wow, it was literally just a mirror breaking. What a super letdown. Oh, guests, or perhaps intruders is more accurate? Is this somewhere where it's okay to have guests? Well, no. Even the Imperial Emperor is only permitted entry to this place during their coronation rites, really. So are you the Emperor? Indeed. We have newly ascended the Imperial throne. Right, I talked about myself really weirdly. Wait, so you have been idling around and having a coronation while there's a war breaking out? Our vassals did try quite hard to stop us, but we wanted to do this quite badly. You're dressed awfully plain for coronation, though. This is our combat uniform. It's not formal wear by any means. Huh? Why are you dressed in that? We didn't come here just for tradition and courtesy's sake. We came here to destroy the Great Mirror here. The big mirror from a minute ago? Outdated transitions should be preserved only as cultural assets. A new dynasty has no need for such things. I mean, it's hardly preserved if you broke the thing. That's, quite true. Well, it's fine anyway, right? I do beg your pardon, but would you mind giving us your name, please? Our name is Uama no Aki no Mitori. Weird name. Like you're one to talk. What is that supposed to mean, Shubakura? My name's Shion. You gave me that name, or Yamasame did, whatever. Why the fuck you complain about my name, huh? You're not one to talk either, Suba. Anyway, you sure it's okay to come to a sacred spot with a weird bow and smash a big important looking mirror? It's quite alright. There was no need for it anymore after all. Speaking of which, you're holding that bow with your right hand. That's weird. Why is that weird? But most people are right-handed. They shoot with well, okay. You gonna explain why that's weird? Is that not a ceremonial bow? It's got no string either. Weird. We've held our bow in our left hand until now. Our vassals often laughed at this, saying that that's backwards. Is there some, like, fucking lore or history shit I'm missing here about why you should hold the bow with your left hand? Whatever. Huh? What's that mean, exactly? Indeed, even though we thought this habit of ours was somewhat strange. Well, it's important to do things the way you like. Is that secret lore about this series? Is that the amount of people that are right-handed and the amount of people that are left-handed are switched? Deep lore right there. Like what you season your food with, for example. They were wrong, however. We were correct all along. Remember when I came to this place as Iyozane, and most of the conversation was a joke, despite the fact you think it would be a lot more serious than it was? Yeah, this is... For how, like, where this character's backstory is, they really aren't taken very seriously, are they? Why do you usually hold bows in your left hand? Oh, you're actually gonna explain it, never mind. I mean, there's plenty of other weird stuff to point out here, but whatever. Thanks to the mirror's curse, everyone believed that bows were something you held in your right hand. Let's probably shut up and let the game explain stuff before I complain about it. Holding them in the left hand, as we had done, is what's correct. Huh? Wait, what? With this, we realized why so many things, the capital's documents, people's common sense, had all been strange. So everyone here was living in a world with left and right flips. Sure sounds like a pain. However, by breaking the mirror, our bow hand switched to the right, and everyone else has come left. Oh, okay, that's why you're holding it in your right now. The curse has been lifted, but the fact remains that we are the odd one out. Well, that figures everything's got flipped after all. Must be a lot of trouble, I guess. Well, that's only according to the Fallen Dynasty. Upon our ascension, we'll make all bows be held in the right hand. What an annoying emperor. Yes, rather than making you all do this thing, I'll make you all do this thing. That makes me a better person, right? He said the Fallen Dynasty, so was the dynasty itself overthrown, not just whoever was on top? Precisely, we brought about a coup d'etat. A coup d'etat? One of those things we go around killing everyone in power. Sounds really evil. Evil? How rude! I only laid hands upon the old dynasty's royal family and the dignitaries who supported them. Sounds like you killed a lot of them. Also, some of the old Imperial military officers, corrupt politicians, well, my definition of corrupt, the old dynasty's conservative leaders, media representatives guilty of forgery and collusion, the leaders of a sham animal rights organization, founders of some recent racist religious organizations, disgraceful soldiers who assaulted our town civilians. Can we go back to that former one? Wow. Oh, and also the manager of an ice cream store that charged way too much. Yep. Oi. Well, it was only like 100 people tops. Hardly deserving of being called evil, right? I mean, that's a pretty low body count for that big of a coup d'etat, but I can only call myself a fan of all that. The opposition was far too weak for us, so we were able to finish with relatively minor sacrifices. Guess you're pretty strong then. Why, yes, despite appearances, we are quite strong. There isn't anything about your appearance that says Emperor, honestly. However, since it was so easy, we felt rather unsatisfied. Are there any worthy opponents around here, perhaps? Hey, are we going with the usual formula here? Looks like it. The priest of the Senri Shrine, quite the exquisite brand you have. Whoops, looks like they know who we are. The Senri Shrine is yet another legacy of the past. The former priest did seem to have worked quite hard, though. Ruled over all of Mugenri, apparently. However, it is not our organization that now provides security for support and... However, is it not our organization that now provide security for, support, and guide the citizens' livelihood? I have brought peace, security, and freedom to my new empire. Those such as Senri may have power, but they only use the power for facile performances. I don't know the word. Do they not? Oh, that's right. It is true, although these performances haven't been going great lately either. Thus, I would like to finally ask, for what reason did you dear priest come all this way? What are we doing again? War. Over. Please. Oh, yeah, that. So, you request that we withdraw the Imperial Army? We're saints and allies of justice and all. They don't like seeing people get hurt is the thing. Actually, it's because they're in the way of our sake hunt. Wait, was that rumor not actually about sake in the end? If the mirror in the rumor was the one that got broken over there, I guess it wasn't after all. We sort of have no idea what you're talking about right now. Well, actually, we're kind of at a loss as to what to do now, too. This is getting to be a pain, so we should go home. That sounds good, too. We beseech thee, wait! Our wish will be unfulfilled if you do that. Change my voice again. Do what you want. Do you want to fight that badly? Certainly. We are quite interested to know just how strong you Senri people are. You like that too, huh? Alright, just a little. You three seem to be enjoying this. We are enjoying this. After all, we get to demolish Senri, the ironclad law of Mugenri, with our own 2 hands. Whoa, this person's actually serious. Super serious battle time. Well, I suppose it's fine to have a more thrilling battle from time to time. Rolling over not just the capital, but all of Mugenri. That might not be so bad, really. A new world deserves a new ruler, and I shall be the one to subjugate all under heaven. My battle theme is really good. Yeah, it's... Characters' backstories, they killed 100 fucking people, but nobody dies in this game, because... It's okay. We can't have an actual war go on in this game, that'd be too graphic, but... You know, this character can kill 100 people in a backstory, because who cares? I don't know. It's something Toho has a problem with, too, where it just doesn't understand what its fucking tone is. It's like, is it really lighthearted series? Well, sometimes, but also its backstory can also be really fucked up sometimes, just because... I don't know. I guess it could be, it's kind of a good thing because it, like, gives you room to make, like, what any fan works you want with whatever tone. It can still technically be accurate to the series, but also at the same time, I don't know, I feel like tonal consistency should be a thing sometimes, and it's just not followed. Anyway, fuck this. Oh wait, you don't take damage because you're a vital boss! Don't really know what I'm supposed to do there, but whatever, it's done. It's weird how these arrow indentions are left behind, but they don't actually do anything. Anyway, I haven't fought this boss in, like half a year, so I don't know what I'm doing here. Not taking very much damage, are ya? Now you are, sort of. Oh god, what is happening? I just dodged that without even trying to, because I don't know what's happening. Oh, okay, there's in on me afterwards or something? I don't know. God, Surabami had an attack like that, the like last spell. Oh fucking hell, what's happening? Oh god! What the fuck? This is weird, Morty. Fucking weird. Yeah, Surabami has an attack like this as their last spell, where like the like black like orbs will like aim, like home in on you and attack you. And the problem with that attack is that basically I think every single time I did that fight, I get hit when the boss is going up. It was really annoying. That was the whole fight. Okay. Felt like it went a lot faster than Shoki's did. Then again, I wasn't paying attention. I was just kind of like rambling about random shit. What sound effect was that? At the Senri Shrine, the widespread turbulence of war came to a stop, and Mugenri's skies gorged themselves in the first silence they had in a while. That was the same thing said last time. At the same time, the residents of the Senri Tides, too, were gorging themselves on yet another bout of free time. So in the end, why was everyone play fighting like that? Probably because of worthless pride, and for some groundless past and future they believed in. What? What's that supposed to mean? The Emperor sent out their troops to show off the new dynasty's glory to the populace, and the yokai side intercepted them. That's about it. I understand now. There's no way you actually understood that, right, Yamasami? Despite being the very people who brought it into the mock war, Yamasami and friends seem to have absolutely no interest in the battle itself. That said, though, I'm surprised that even this world has places where civilizations advanced so far. It kinda reminds me of the outside world. Yeah, I've heard that the capital city is really proactive in adopting outside world technology. I might be able to gather the resources I need for research. Are you gonna make something again? They say you can never be too prepared after all. Just what we'd expect, Subakura. Quite the efficient battle strategy. Someone came in and interrupted as the three were talking. What are you doing here anyway? What are you eating? Like really small pieces of bread? We wish to see the Senri Shrine. We'd so often heard of it with our own two eyes. If it's that rare a place, maybe we should start charging for tours. Sandra will pay the fees in our stead. Do keep in mind that it'll cut your monthly allowance, Your Majesty. Aw, that's no good. Is the Emperor here to waste time? As if they have any time to waste. There's still mountains of public duties to take care of. Well, can't we just pull all that serious stuff aside for now? Are you sure it's okay to have them as the Emperor? So, did you guys resolve the war games peacefully? We withdrew our forces for the time being. Might even be like 10 years before something else happens. The bridge construction is still being intermittently sabotaged, however. We mustn't get complacent. Let's say no thank you to top topics like that. You better go talk to the other factions sometimes too. Perhaps we could request the service of an intermediary. Our rates run real high, just so you know. If those people weren't getting in the way, things would have been very simple. I would have preferred it if everyone died in the war personally, because then I could eat their souls. So think about my character, I like eating souls, yes. You notice how in Sonra's, well, in the pictures to the left, technically from their perspective it would be the right eye. At the bottom, like it's not connected. It's bugging me a bit. That's our Shion. Well, it'll be a problem for us if any sparks fly this way. Gotta go put out the source of the fire. As Subakura muttered that, there was still one thing they couldn't figure out. When sake is poured into the vessel of the skies, and cheap ideas and pride are blended in, the beer of heaven shall surely split. The rumor had predicted future events. In the end, just who had spread it, and for what reason, was probably Suzumi, but I don't think she ever actually said that, so, you know, it's technically an unsolved mystery. Subakura felt a strange sense of dissatisfaction, as if something was stuck in their teeth far in the back. To be continued? Route 2, all clear. Congratulations. If you still haven't yet, try going to the other routes. I have. Give me my achievement. There we go. Causality and fate. What do I call this? New 1. So this will be new 2. At some point I'm going to have to start overriding the earlier replays, which is fine because they've been uploaded for over half a year. Anyway, let me see my achievement. Causality and fate. Seen all of the Shrine teams ending, except for the bad ending or the neutral endings. Trust me, I've seen those too. Great, upgrades, Morty. Right, you. Wow, where did I get all that alcohol from? Barrier regeneration rate. Yeah, getting plenty of that too. Level 941. Well, we are a lot closer to level 1000 than I thought we'd be at this point. Anyway, next episode we'll start playing as preschool team, so I'll see you then. Goodbye.